Let's watch a lengthier Bernie ad. This one is called Vision.
Real change never takes place from the top on down, but always from the bottom on up.
Bernie Sanders' healthcare for all idea is gaining steam. Free tuition, free college tuition, free tuition champion, Senator Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders added, the greatest threat to national security is climate change.
The future of our planet is at stake.
Sanders taking on Amazon.
Bernie Sanders has been consistent hammering about income inequality.
Nobody in America works 40 hours a week should be living in poverty. So our economy is rigged. We have a campaign finance system which is corrupt.
Sanders leading the charge to stop the war against Yemen. The first time ever the Senate has voted to end an unauthorized war. The fight against injustice has been the work of his life.
Jobs and education, not jails and incarceration. We are not going to retreat on women's rights.
Sanders pushing a bold agenda that includes protecting DACA recipients and comprehensive immigration reform.
You don't rip little children away from the arms of their mother.
A major announcement from Amazon. Amazon will raise its minimum wage to $15 an hour. 350,000 workers. Thousands of workers at Disney World will get raises. It's a victory for Bernie Sanders.
It's a victory for all of us. Brothers and sisters, we have a lot of work in front of us. If we are prepared to stand together, there is no end to what the great people of our nation can accomplish.
All right. What do you guys think about that? I like this ad. It's obviously longer, and you know the next tier is instead of you telling, someone else makes a statement for you, and the next tier about that is show not tell, right? So they were able to do a little bit of that with like Bernie's history. I think there was like a black and white photo in the beginning, and also what works is a combination of both. So they also had CNN, no matter how you feel about them, they had, you know, newsreel clippings of him actually doing things instead of him just promulgating out there that, you know, oh, I did this, you know what I mean? So those elements make this ad, you know, obviously it's different. What do you think the story was here, what it was trying to accomplish, and how do you guys feel about this one in particular?
Okay, you go.
Okay. I think they were just trying to give a general overview of his platform and main issues. I think they packed a lot of issues into this ad that Bernie tries to focus on. But I mean, I think what they were just trying to achieve was just to show everything that he stands for.
Yes, and looking at it in terms of the structure the ad has, it started very nicely because it starts with Bernie's vision, about the change, and his vision of change is starting actually from bottom up rather than from top to bottom. So he started with his vision, which is like a way of implying that how he put like people in priority, or like grassroots movements. He gives priority to grassroots movements. So it started with that, which is the essence of like Bernie's campaign, and then he started like explaining his plans for different things, like from climate change, from like raising wages, healthcare, and with each of those, as you can see a related piece of news, and then Bernie's plan. Bernie's plans regarding to those issues. So it has a nice set of information incorporated in this video that gives audience also informative information about Bernie's vision, Bernie's plans, and a little bit of his like history, as you said, with the
and it's hard to do, you know, everything, you know, all in a short, I don't know how long that video was, like a minute,
like a minute and a half
or something like that. But I think I wish it was just set up more the conflict. I mean, it goes into the plans. He wants to tackle climate change, but there's not enough reasons given to me of why this is like such a big deal, right? And I think there's one ad we'll see later on that did a better job of setting up the problem. But you're right, it does set up a lot of I mean, the ad's called vision, right? So it's setting up his vision for what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And part of the reason that the ad doesn't have enough time to delve into issues deeply is that because they look at the number of issues that they want to introduce. So
Which was a lot.
Which was a lot of issues. So climate change is one of them. But because they have like 10 other issues to like address, they didn't have enough time to delve into
definitely.
those.
And this is, I mean, the way everything is structured. I mean, even the debates. Like, I like town halls better. Give everyone come on stage for an hour and, you know, be able to talk in depth. That's why I love podcasts. You get to explain your positions and the reasons why. And just like in the debates, these political ads, you don't really get a chance to go into it. So I get it. I mean, he had a choice, though. He could have done a video for each major topic, you know, but they decided with this video to just do an umbrella of his overall vision, which is totally fine, probably needed. And I thought the images, at least, that they used in there, like Bernie interacting with crowds, people responding to him, I didn't think anything looked faked or staged. I think there's some ads we'll take a look at later on that rubbed me the wrong way because of that. But, you know, so all of these news clippings look like they were actual news clippings and not like shot for this ad. So I enjoyed that. What about Sarah? How did you like this, the structure of the story, the ad in general, and like, would you grade it? Do you guys want to give grades to these ads?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this ad, like, I think it was a good cursory overview of Bernie's vision. I do wonder if it, like, because, you know, ultimately the goals of ads are to win over people. And since it's just throwing so much information about tons of different topics without delving into it, I wonder if it actually like makes people think, oh, maybe Bernie's a good candidate.
Made an impact. Yeah.
Yes.
So there are going to be some other ads that do a better job. And one of the reasons why I think this didn't quite hit home, maybe for a person like you, is because it was. Okay, like, I'll put it this way, and I was going to talk about this in another ad, but we can talk about it now, right? It's easier for people to empathize, right, with if something is personified into an individual. So there's this climate change problem and issue, right? So it affects, I'm going to throw out weird numbers here that are not correct, but like, let's say it affects 30 million people in the next year, right? There's that versus introducing a character, Carol or something, right, who's been impacted by whatever topic it is, and let's say it's climate change, right? So human beings are more able to empathize and identify with a single individual versus then just this
number, like it's just a
right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I think there are other ads, I believe, that we're going to watch that, you know, sort of tell a more personal story, and so it might be more resonant or, you know, an emotional connection in that regard.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yes. And we have to also, the other thing that we have to pay attention is that we cannot make a good comparison between ads in that sense that because it's not a comparison, it's not an apple to apple comparison. Some ads just made for like a TV, which is very expensive, so they have to like include,
follow the same formula though. No one's rocking the boat and inventing a new form of ad. You know, there are certain templates that people, you know, decide from, and they have smart people, so they obviously decided this was good for a particular reason.
Yes, exactly.
But for me, I personally, it really didn't. It was well done. It was fine. I don't know. I give it like a 11 out of 15.
So I just want to ask you, because I know that you are professionally doing like some fast edits, like the thing that similar to the style that we saw. Do you think that the editor who was responsible for searching the information or like news clips, did a good job with editing and like combining the music to build that kind of like
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as an
momentum.
editor, sometimes you can't help the story. You can put your input in there, but ultimately someone else is going to have the say there. If the editor did have any part in choosing the news clippings, I thought that was fine. Like I said, you know, he chose some good things. He also did a ramp up. Things started slow with the music and the pacing of the cuts, and then sort of built up momentum at the end. I mean, it's different too, you know, like it's Bernie, so you don't want to like throw in a bunch of like like satellite images, Elon Musk type things, and you know what I mean. So you got to work with your client too. So I understand why they didn't go super crazy with the editing. But
Yeah.
I thought everyone's professional who worked on that, and they did a great job.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear from you. They didn't go super crazy because, again, this is like a political ad, and as Sarah says, that the goal is just to get the maximum connection with the audience. So it must be something easy, not really that far-fetched. So the simpler the format would be, it would be easier for the audience to comprehend that. So
Yeah, you got to know your audience.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, who is our audience? We're like, is our audience like stoners and slackers? Are you a stoner or slacker out there? Let us know.